Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, next up on the WrestleMania weekend shows, we only have 3 left. Effy's Big Gay Brunch 6. Val Capone and Veda Scott on commentary. These shows are hella fun. I just hate that there are people out there that say stuff about these particular wrestlers that they shouldn't say, because it's bull fucking shit. You got so much talent on this card right now, and yet people, because of whatever they choose to do behind closed doors, have a problem with it. I'm sorry. Go F yourself if you have a problem with any of these wrestlers. So the first match was a fatal 4-way. One of my favorite independent wrestlers, AC Mack. Yes! Versus Honest John versus Jay Vidal versus Richie Coy. AC Mack. If you've not heard this name or not watched matches of his, go on independent wrestling television, search AC Mack. You will find some of the best matches out there. This guy's part of it. He won a world title and came out to the fans that he was openly gay. If you can't respect that, whatever, dudes. I just can't stand people that have a problem with that. I have watched the Big Gay Brunch a couple years now. Think the world of every talented wrestler on this card. AC Mack getting the victory there over Jay Vidal, Honest John, and Richie Coyle. I give that match 3-star. Next up, we had Keita Murray and Devon Monroe. Keita Murray, same thing. Independent wrestling television. Search any of these names. You'll find some great matches. Go watch them. Check them out. Support this talent out there. They shouldn't just be stuck with one show. Just like I can't think of the name of it. For the Culture. Same way with all those athletes. Go look them up. Check out some of their talent, some of that talent out there. What great matches they can put on. Leave everything else away from pro wrestling. Keita Murray getting the victory here in 2.25-star fashion. Steph Delander versus Sandra Moore. Thank God Matt Cardona didn't show up with her. Well, it wouldn't have surprised me if he would have, though. But any hoodles, that's between him and Chelsea. Steph Delander getting the victory here over Sandra Moore. Good match. I enjoyed it. 2.75-star. Next up, former New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Champion Fred Rosser, and the only wrestler, first definitely, openly gay wrestler to wrestle for WWE. Thank God he got away from that juggernaut and went on to have a really good career that Fred Rosser has had. Going against Karma, pretty good fight. These two took it to each other here. Fred Rosser getting the victory. I give it 3 stars. Next up, a person who actually started the collective off, Kid Bandit. She went up against Sawyer Wreck. Great match. 3-star match. Sawyer Wreck getting the victory. We had a cluster of a 10-man tag. 10-man tags regardless. Men, women, whatever. They get clustery. Abigail Warren, Anton, Voorhees, The Shade, Money, Power, Respect. Fabuloso, Fabricio, and Marco Mayur. They went up against Aaron Rourke, Ashton, Starr, Becca, Dillon, McQueen, and Rico Gonzalez. They are part of the East Coast group that came in, Southeast group that came in. Dillon McQueen does a lot of New South. Becca does some stuff in the Northeast. So does Aaron Rourke. Pollo Del Mar got involved. She is a hoot if you've never seen her. But the team of The Shade, Money, Power, Respect, Anton, Boris, and Abigail Warren got the victory. I gave it 3 stars. It was pretty entertaining. Next up, we had Max Impaler with Amy Rose going up against Vipress. Pretty much just a squash match. Nothing. I mean, Max Impaler, she is something else. I mean, just a destroyer. I give that match 2-star. And then our main event, we sometimes talk about storylines in WWE, AEW. A lot of the independent companies don't have storylines. Here's a big storyline that's gone over a couple of years. that's transitioned people, that's actually just been consistent. We have Thrussy, Alley Catch, Dark Sheik, and Effy going up against Mason's Mercenaries, Charles Mason, his dog Paro, and Billy Dixon. The understory is Charles Mason had an issue with Effy. He attacked Effy. Paro and Effy had an unsanctioned pro wrestling had a match, and it was kind of a Who's Your Daddy match that Paro won. We all know Effy's nickname is Daddy, just like Alley Catch's nickname is Mommy. And Charles Mason's been making Dark Sheik, Effy, and Alley Catch for the last 6 months. Almost every show they're getting attacked by him. He added Paro to his group and then brought Billy Dixon in. Well, he owns Billy Dixon because Billy Dixon's mom's in the hospital and Charles Mason's been paying the medical bills because Billy Dixon's family doesn't have money. And the only reason Billy Dixon's mom's alive is because of Charles Mason paying the bills, and he's been threatened to pull the cord and kill Billy Dixon's mom for a long time. So we've had this all intertwined. You had Billy Dixon helping Charles Mason, and then you had Charles Mason turn on Billy Dixon. And then we fast forward here, Billy Dixon came out reluctantly with Charles Mason. During this match, Charles Mason took out Billy Dixon. Billy Dixon ended up standing up to Charles Mason and helping Alley Catch, Dark Sheik, and Effy reluctantly. You could tell he was torn about it, and it's just been a whole big deal. Now, Thrussy getting the victory here over Mason's Mercenaries. And so, where does this go from here? Does Charles Mason pull the plug on Billy Dixon's mom? Is Billy Dixon still part of Mason's Mercenaries? Is he going to side with Thrussy? Only time will tell. This match was actually pretty good, and with all that going on, I give it 3 1/4. Thrussy getting the victory. So that is Effy's Big Gay Brunch 6. Oh, kinds of fun stuff going on there. Alright, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.